Let us consider second chapter, that is work and energy. Energy of a body is capacity to do work, and there are many forms of energy. For example, electric energy, mechanical energy, then heat energy, light energy, etc. In mechanics, we are mainly concerned with the mechanical energy, which is of two types, namely kinetic energy and potential energy. Let us first study kinetic energy. The energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion is called kinetic energy of the body. Kinetic energy is a scalar quantity and it measures in the same units as the work done, that is in joules in SI system and ergs in CGS system. The kinetic energy of particle depends on its velocity. The velocity of particle can be changed by applying a force which can do work on the particle. Hence, the kinetic energy of particle can be changed by applying a force. Kinetic energy of particle of mass m moving with velocity v is given by equation k is equal to 1/2 m v bar into v bar, and differentiating above equation with respect to time, we get dk by dt is equal to v bar into m dv bar by dt. Now using Newton's second law of motion, f bar is equal to m dv bar by dt, and thus putting the value of f in this equation, we get dk by dt is equal to v bar into f bar, that is equal to vf cos of theta, that is dot product of two vectors is equal to magnitude of this vector and cosine of angle between them. So equation takes form dk by dt is equal to v bar dot f bar into vf cos of theta, where theta is angle between f bar and v bar. Now in this equation, f cos of theta is tangential force acting on a body, that is f cos of theta is equal to f suffix t, that is tangential component of force, and therefore above equation can be written as d dk by dt is equal to vf cos of theta, and in place of f cos of theta we put f suffix t, and so equation takes form f suffix t into v. And from this equation it is clear that kinetic energy of a body changes if speed of particle changes, and it happens only when the force acting on a particle has tangential component. If the force acting on a particle is perpendicular to the direction of velocity, then kinetic energy of the particle does not change. Now let us consider work energy theorem. Before that, let us first consider work done. The term work by itself does not convey any meaning in physics, and to convey the proper meaning, work must be expressed as work done on a body or work done by a body. So, work is said to be done if the force acting on a body is able to move it through some distance in a direction of force. Typically, work done may be expressed as dW is equal to F ds, where F is the force acting on a body and ds is the distance moved by the body in the direction of force. And therefore, in this definition of work involves both force and distance moved by body in the direction of force. There are many examples where the force is applied on the body, but work done by the force is zero. If we consider example of coolie moves from one place to another place on a railway platform with a load on his head, work done by coolie is zero. This is because the coolie exerts force along a vertical direction to support the load on his head, and distance covered by him is along the horizontal direction. Since no distance is covered by the load along the vertical direction, that is in the direction of force, work performed by the coolie is 0. And lifting the load from the surface of platform, however, it is a different story. When a coolie lifts the weight from the floor, he does some work on it. Now let us consider a simple example as shown in this figure, which shows that the person pushes the wall by applying a force on it. But as the wall does not move, no work is done on the wall. In short, if the body is not displaced in the direction of force, no work is done, no matter how the great force is. The units of work done, SI unit of work done by the force is joule and is denoted by J. In CGS system, the unit of work done by the force is ergs, and from relation W is equal to F into S, that is unit of W is equal to 1 joule is equal to unit of force is 1 Newton into unit of displacement is 1 meter, and so 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter. And thus work done by the force is said to be 1 joule if a force of 1 Newton displaces a body through 1 meter in the direction of force. Now let us consider work energy theorem, and this work to obtain work energy theorem, consider a body of mass m. Let a constant force F bar be applied on a body, and this force displaces a body through distance ds in time dt in the direction of force. So work done by this force is dw is equal to F bar dot ds bar, and which is equal to F ds cos theta. Since dot product of two vectors is equal to magnitude of these vectors into cosine of angle between them. So dw is equal to F ds cos of theta. Since the displacement is in the direction of applied force, angle between F bar and ds bar is 0, and therefore above equation may take form dw is equal to F ds. But according to Newton's second law, F is equal to m dv by dt. So putting the value of m in the equation of work, we get dw is equal to F dv by dt into ds. But we know that ds by dt, that is time rate of change of displacement, is equal to velocity, and therefore putting value of ds by dt is equal to v in above equation, dw is equal to mv dv. And if the force applied increases velocity from initial velocity u to final velocity v, then the total work done on a body is w is equal to m integration from u to v dv, where u is initial velocity and v is final velocity of the body. By solving the above integral, we get w is equal to 1/2 m into bracket v square limits from u to v. After putting limits, initial and final limits, work done is equal to 1/2 mv square minus 1/2 mu square. That is 1/2 mv square is initial kinetic energy k suffix f, and 1/2 mu square is final kinetic energy k suffix I, and so w is equal to kf minus ki, and this equation is mathematical form of work energy theorem. It states that work done by a force acting on a body is equal to change in its kinetic energy, and in this way we prove the work